When the Parthenon was delivered by Pericles in 432 BC, it must have been an almost inconceivably grand temple. Architecturally, it was a triumph, and on the face of it, it symbolised a unifying sense of Athenian community, religion, and political ideals. However, if we scratch beneath the surface of the grand facades, was there a discord-provoking subtext? Was the Parthenon perhaps a questionable intervention, designed in part for political propaganda and even self-gratification? Before we ask if discord and division existed, it would be churlish not to celebrate that for many Athenians, the Parthenon proudly exemplified the unification of their culture and religion through its harmonious architecture. Indeed, the building's design uniquely harmonised both the Doric and Ionic styles, and the symmetry was so ingenious that it created entasis, which is the bending of building lines so they appear straight from a distance. Further, we have to hope that Pericles aspired to unify his community, given that armies of artisans found employment in what amounts to early Keynesian economics. Also, the friez's portrayal of the Panathenea seemed to represent harmony. And don't forget, the Parthenon was the centre for an all-powerful, unifying religion.
And finally, the metopes, with images of civilised triumph over barbarism, unified all Athenians in celebration of their victory over the Persians in decades past.
Despite that meritorious aspiration and depiction of harmony, I now want to consider whether the Parthenon was also associated with discord. To begin with, the site was actually rooted in conflict, and there was discord about building it, because the Athenians originally wanted to leave the old Parthenon ruins as a reminder of Persian invasion.
There were also accusations of misappropriation of funds, because the funding came from the Delian leagues increasingly begrudging contributions to a common defence fund.
Added to that, some felt the building symbolised nationalistic promotion of imperialism and humiliation of conquered territories, because so much of the sculpture was about triumph. For example, the metopes and pediments feature triumphalist conflict, and the friez's 192 figures apparently match the number of dead Athenians at the Great Battle of Marathon. So Pericles appears to have sought a front of absolute power over all other civilizations.
Also, ideological tension existed between the elite and the demos. So was the temple part of a Periclean democratic manifesto? Evidence for that seems to come from Pericles' funeral oration, where he proclaimed the city an education to Greece. Finally, in one of the earliest controversial self-portraits, the lead architect Phidias was accused of impiety for including his and Pericles' faces on the shield of Athena. Therefore, was it even possible that the building was part of a hubristic personal vanity project?
So on reflection, deciding whether the Parthenon is more defined by unifying architecture or divisive politics proves difficult, because these two themes are hard to disentangle. On the face of it, a grand religious temple isn't controversial. However, its funding and the underlying exclusively pro-Athenian and democratic symbolism invited discord from geographical and political outsiders. Even celebrating Athena was akin to promoting Athens. Therefore, harmony versus discord clearly depended on who was viewing the building. Similarly, it also depends on when it is being viewed, given that a building that was once a source of discord is now a unifying source of pride for Greece and even Western civilization as a whole. But here, there is an irony that sits at the heart of our question, because the incredible building that now so strongly symbolises the harmonising nature of democracy was also once controversially mired in the discord of political scandal, accusations of imperialism, and one leader's power and ambition.